Is there a more iconic figure in managerial history than Mourinho? Sir Alex Ferguson was arguably the best manager, Arsene Wenger won the only invincible title in Premier League history, Pep Guardiola has basically reinvented football since becoming a manager, but still, no one does the managerial job like Jose Mourinho. Okay. Let's not discredit Jose Mourinho away from the greatest managers of all time. While all those managers listed have made significant achievements in their careers, Mourinho has won titles everywhere he's been, and he's entertained the casual fan while doing it. Whereas the other managers are just beloved by their supporters, Mourinho has created a soft spot in every fan's supportership with his characteristic antics. Let's start reliving some of his best moments ever. This is how you welcome yourself to a new league.
I think I'm a special one.
Off the back of winning the Champions League with Porto, why shouldn't he feel like that?
I'm European champion.
Jose Mourinho and Arsene Wenger had a long-standing feud during their time as managers of Chelsea and Arsenal. The heat began with this.
He is a specialist in failure.
Back in 2014, when the Chelsea boss was responding to Arsene's claim that other Premier League bosses are playing down their title chances because they fear to fail.
It's fear to fail.
8 months later, Mourinho brought an uncharacteristic side out of Wenger as they got into a push and shove face-off after a challenge on Alexis Sanchez.
Leave my technical area and don't come back, please.
Listen, when it comes down to Mourinho versus Wenger, Mourinho has done the real pushing, as he's only lost twice to a Wenger side after 19 encounters. Manchester United Mourinho definitely felt like he had a chip on his shoulder every match day, with the demands of the role being so high. There is no better example of how he felt than this.
If tomorrow rains in London, it's my fault.
Tick funniest manager off the checkbook of Mourinho traits.
If there is some difficulty to have the agreement of the Brexit, it's my fault.
His legendary reputation stretches beyond the realm of football, with UK music artist star Stormzy inviting the Portuguese manager to the set of his music video, Mel Made Me Do It. The manager is inspiring the greats in other industries by being himself in his own. What a man. The first time that we saw Jose Mourinho at Old Trafford was when he was manager of Porto, which saw his emotions brimming over the top as he ran onto the field, fists raised in triumph. This celebration marked a moment of triumph for both Mourinho and the club, and will forever be remembered in the history of football. The victory was also significant because Porto were able to progress to the Champions League quarter-final, which was seen as a major achievement for the club. Back to Old Trafford again in 2014, Mourinho was a manager for the rest of the world at the annual Soccer Aid event, which is a UK charity event for UNICEF UK. With the pressure and seriousness relieved from the football he was managing on that day, the comedic side of Jose Mourinho could roam free as he sprinted off the touchline to trip over Olly Murs and stop an England attack. All smiles from everyone as Mourinho added a sprinkle of uniqueness to a great charitable cause. There is no doubt that Mourinho relishes in creating conflict and soars when he ends up on top. One celebration we've seen a number of times is the Shushing celebration. Pulling out against Liverpool after an equaliser in the lead up to his first cup winning game as Chelsea manager, then after a vital 1-0 win against Spurs in 2017, saw Mourinho give the same gesture to the nearest camera as he told Manchester United critics to calm down and not speak too much.
I prefer not to speak, and I prefer not to speak about it.
Back to the press conference room. Ahead of the UEFA Conference League final clash against Feyenoord, a reporter began to ask Mourinho a question.
Altin Suche from Tirana here, Hora News. I would like...
Raising the headset in a press conference only means one thing. I have no idea what you're saying. Save me, translator. The reporter had a thick accent throughout his question and was capped with this comment from Mourinho.
Are you in English? I thought you were in Albanian.
After winning Roma's first ever European Cup in his first season at Roma, he became the first to achieve the UEFA treble by winning the Champions League, Europa League, and Europa Conference League, all now inked on his right shoulder as he's etched himself in history once again. Now it's time to see the deep, personal side of Jose Mourinho. A clip from the Amazon Prime All or Nothing documentary surrounding Spurs' 2019-2020 campaign is aging like fine wine.
Yesterday, I was 20, and today I'm 56. Time flies.
A heart-to-heart with Dele Alli echoed the importance of reaching your potential while you can, to not have lingering regrets in the future. Seeing Dele Alli's fall from grace and struggling for form even in the Turkish league now just adds more value and weight to every word of his speech.
I want just to tell you that I think you will regret.
One of the first times we saw that special side to Jose Mourinho. Within a span of 30 seconds, Mourinho went on a rollercoaster of emotions after Sterling's dive against Spurs, beginning with vexation of the dive, to relief that it wasn't a penalty, to laughter with the VAR confirmation, to aggravated realisation from his assistant's demand for a second yellow card, to sprinting fury at the touchline official for the card to be issued. 0 to 100 real quick. Marouane Fellaini's stoppage time winner for Manchester United against Young Boys ignited the Red Devil on Mourinho's shoulder to fling the drinks bottle to the floor as the cloud of criticism sat over him every week at United. Like I said, he lives for the conflict, even if it's his own supporters criticising him. He'll react in unique Mourinho fashion. Mourinho will hug you if he's upset at a decision,
Howls for a penalty waved away by Mike Riley.
and he'll hug you when you make him happy by asking the right questions.
Can I hug you? Thank you. Thank you.
The Portuguese manager isn't afraid to let go of his combative character to show some loving emotions. Every employee for a club has a role to play on match day, even the ball boy. The Spurs ball boy reacted with lightning speed to get the ball back in play for Spurs, which immediately led to a Spurs goal against Olympiacos. Mourinho showed his gratitude to the young ball boy straight after the goal, knowing the importance he played in the goal. Another Mourinho hug and post-match praise will now live in memory forever. What a great gesture from Jose. What's Mourinho like on the phone? Is he the cold character we sometimes see? Is he the hug-loving man we've also seen? Well, a single phone call on a reporter's phone at a United press conference gave us the answer.
Hello? It's from TalkSport.
United Mourinho really did bring us some famed moments. Being an ex-Inter manager, the relationship between Juventus and Mourinho is far from well-mannered, as he responded to inflammatory chants from the Juventus fans by holding up 3 fingers, representing the treble he oversaw when manager at Inter Milan. In the reverse fixture, United turned around a historic victory in the dying minutes of the game. Mourinho certainly lapped up the moment at the Allianz Stadium. He took to the pitch and cupped his ear at full time, continued to taunt even after Bonucci's confrontation, and bathed in a sweet, sweet moment of revenge. You know that park the bus setting you choose on FIFA when you're holding on to dear life for a 1-0 win? Mourinho brought that phrase to the rest of the world after Tottenham secured a defensively fought 0-0 draw in 2004.
As we say now in my country, they brought the bus and they left the bus in front of the goal.
But maybe you know the phrase from Mourinho more from his own style of play than that interview moment. Sometimes we like to see the aggravator get aggravated. A Chelsea staff member gave us the box office moment when he taunted the Manchester United boss after a last-minute equaliser. You don't do that to Mourinho. After all, he relishes in creating conflict. If he's not soaring when it's said and done, he's fighting back.
Respect, man, respect.
The only other time we've seen Mourinho leap off the bench that quickly was when Sterling got away without that yellow card. There's no points for guessing what Mourinho's favourite number is. We've seen him raise 3 fingers to numerous stands for the titles he's won. We finally got to hear some words with his 3 fingers at a post-match press conference.
And I won more premierships alone than the other 19 managers together.
There are just certain things you never want to come to a close, and Jose Mourinho's managerial career is one of them. Every season will contain at least one moment of managerial magic. Whether it's funny, shocking, or unique, it has us engaged and itching for the next one. Drop a comment with your favourite Mourinho moment and why it's your favourite. Which club saw the best of Mourinho and which club saw the worst of him? Thanks for watching, we're always here to give you sport.